we are just not a good match. Even though I'm Aquarius, and a lot of the time in modern astrology they'll recommend Libras and Aquarius to go together. No, it's not a good match for me at all. My least favorite sign of all is Libra. I feel like a lot of Libras are very flaky. Hi everyone, I decided to do this just for fun. I feel like I get sometimes so caught up in doing so many tarot videos that I don't like do personal videos. So I am so excited to be doing this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. Comment below. I'd love to hear your own experiences about different zodiacs that you've dated. So the video today is about different zodiacs that I've dated and why I would or would not date them again. So what sparked my idea for this was I was talking to a friend and we're talking about different zodiac signs. Now I'm going to talk about sun in a specific zodiac sign. It's how your ego expresses itself. We do have other forms of tropical zodiacs in our chart. So if you want to know your full chart, I recommend CoStar. Also recommend Cafe Astrology. A friend of mine just shared Nebula too. Nebula seems cool. I'm actually going to check it out tonight after I do this video. Yeah, so just for fun. This is all for fun and giggles. So first I'm going to start with Aries. And actually I dated an Aries a few years ago. He was very smart and he went to MIT. He was an MIT graduate. He was a cool guy. I just felt like he had a very arrogant way about him. I felt like it was very superficial, our conversations and stuff, and I'm an Aquarius and I need deeper things. I'm not necessarily into materials. I think money is a great tool, but that's about it. Like, you're not going to impress me with your money and stuff. So I just felt like he was very much like that. And I don't think I would date an Aries again. Never say never, but you never know. Taurus is the next one. I don't believe that I have dated a Taurus, but I'm not sure that I would do well. I know friendship wise I have struggled a lot with a lot of Taurus in my life because of the main reason that I feel like they think they're being loyal when really they're just like hanging around, you know? And they'll be like, I'm such a loyal friend, but when you really need them, they're not really there. Like, they'll disappear, or you'll always text them first and they'll never text you back, or they just won't text you back. So I'm open to it, but if it goes the same experience that I've had with friendships, I don't think I would do well with that. Next is Gemini. I love Geminis. It's one of my favorite signs, contrary to what a lot of people believe. I actually did date 2 Geminis before, and honestly it was more about me than them. They were very sweet. Actually, one of them was an actor, and I've had great experiences dating actors too. I don't know where the stereotype comes from that the actresses are something else, but actors I've had great experiences with. And one of them was an actor who was very sweet. We didn't gel in relationships, and also I had some growing to do. The other one was like in tech. I don't want to give his job away because he is quite well known, but yeah, he was in tech. Cool guy. Same thing. I just was not in a relationship. I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. The first Gemini, he told me that, and the second one I told him that. And it was actually around the same time, which is very ironic. So I would 100% date a Gemini again. The next one is Cancer. Unless if I'm leaving out, yeah, Cancer. Oh, I struggle with most Cancers. I know one of my really good friends is a Cancer. He's awesome. He's really cool. I feel like he's the only Cancer that I gel well with a lot of the time. I feel like Cancers can be too moody for me, and granted I feel like I'm too honest for them. I feel like if I say something they kind of hold on to it, which I I'm not the kind of person to do. I don't believe in holding grudges. I let you know when it happens how I feel, and that's it. I move on from that. So I don't see myself dating a Cancer. I actually have had stalkers throughout my life. It's nothing to really play with, but I've had stalkers throughout my life, and two of them have been Cancers, which is so funny. Two of them have been Cancers, and they like became really, really obsessed with me. So I don't know if this is a Cancer trait or something else in their chart, but I've also heard that Cancers are the most criminals. The FBI came out with a report that said Cancers commit the most crimes, and yeah, so maybe that's a sign of the criminal behavior aspect of it. I mean, I have to make light of it, so I don't think I would date a Cancer. I haven't dated one before, but I wouldn't date one. Next is Leo. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite signs, Leo. I've never dated a Leo. A lot of my good friends are Leos. I actually often joke that I think my soulmate is secretly a Leo. It is my opposite sign because I'm an Aquarius. I find Leos just open-hearted, fun. My grandfather, one of my favorite people, was a Leo, and my favorite aunt is a Leo. I feel like Leos are very supportive, fun, light-hearted. Sometimes they can be a little too surface for me because I need that depth, but I'm open to it. So I would date a Leo. Virgo. My rising is Virgo. My best friend is a Virgo. My dad is a Virgo. So, well, one of my best friends. Whenever I say best friend, I'm like, I don't just have one. He's one of my best friends. We've been friends since we're teenagers, and I love Virgos. I don't think I've dated a Virgo. There was a guy that I dated when I was a teenager who was a cusp of Libra, Virgo. So I can't remember if he was a Libra or Virgo. He falls more to the Libra side, and we'll get to why. We'll get to why. But I would definitely date a Virgo. Very supportive, kind, considerate, and honest people I found Virgos to be. The women I don't necessarily get along with too well, but the men I get along with very, very well. Very supportive. They listen. Virgos are great listeners, and yes, I would definitely date a Virgo. Libras. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much what bad experiences I have had dating Libras. And you know, it was only till I really got into astrology that I realized a lot of the relationships that I've had that have gone bad have been with Libras, and we are just not a good match. Even though I'm Aquarius, and a lot of the time in modern astrology they'll recommend Libras and Aquarius to go together. No, it's not a good match for me at all. My least favorite sign of all is Libra. I feel like a lot of Libras are very flaky. They don't do well with being held accountable, and they can be very manipulative. So I would never. Somebody tells me they're Libra, I keep my distance. I'm like, okay, I need to kind of I need to keep my distance, and usually I'm right. Usually I've been right about Libra. So no, I'm not. I would never date. I mean, never say never, but I'm not into dating Libra again. Next sign is Scorpio. Oh my gosh. As friends, a lot of my good friends are Scorpios, and I do so well with Scorpios as friends, but relationships I've not had. It hasn't been as bad as Libra, but I never say never because I think that there could be a Scorpio. Actually, I remembered the other day because I've dated a famous DJ producer, Scorpio, and it was a very tough, very, very tough situation to be in. I think also because of his insecurities, what he does. A friend of mine enlightened me the other day, a Leo friend, and she was like, you know, it must have been hard, like not having a proper sleeping schedule and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, that's so right. I never considered that factor. I just saw him as being very insecure, and I think he'd be great for somebody else, just not for me, because I'm an Aquarius. I need freedom, and Scorpios, I feel like don't. And Scorpios tend to stay in the energy of like, you have to tell me everything before I tell you anything. And I don't do that. You either tell me if you want to, but I'm not going to push you to tell me the truth about anything. So yeah, I feel like he was very manipulative, very secretive, very guarded, narcissistic energy, and that's just him. But I do remember, this is so crazy how I blocked this memory. I used to work at this restaurant, very famous restaurant in New York. I've worked at a few famous restaurants in New York, but there was this famous actor who's a Scorpio, I'm not going to say who it was, that was like trying to get my number. I don't know what he wanted after that, but I wasn't interested. But I remembered this particular actor. This is so funny that I remember this recently, but I just remember this because he reminded me so much of my Scorpio ex, about how he started dating me. He would show up a lot and like keep looking at me and like try to talk to me, but it's funny, later on I ended up dating an actor, but back then I was like, I only date men who have serious jobs, you know. Now I'm more open-minded. I think acting is a serious job, and actually the actors that I've dated have been very kind people, so I haven't heard the great things about this particular actor, and he does only date a particular type of woman, so I'm not sure that we would have ever developed anything, and I just wasn't interested. But that memory came to me, and he would show up quite frequently actually, and we developed a joke at work about him because of his creepy behavior towards me. But anyways, I don't think he meant to be a creep, but he came across creepy, so I just remember that. I feel like sometimes Scorpios can be kind of creepy, so I leave it open. I could date a Scorpio again, but who knows. Next one is Sagittarius. I've had a wonderful experience with Sagittarius. I feel like the one Sagittarius I dated was so into, because I'm Aquarius, I'm into like understanding cosmos and astrology and deeper meaning to life, and he was very much into that kind of stuff. He taught me so much about myself, about love. He was actually the kindest person that I ever dated. So considerate, sweet, kind, and just very open, you know, very impulsive too, very impulsive, but just very charming, open, and I think very highly of him. Actually, before him I was like, I don't want to date Sagittarius because a lot of shady Sagittarius I've seen, and I had a best friend in high school who was Sagittarius, and she was very she was untrustworthy. She betrayed me. So after that I was like wary of them, but he restored my faith in Sagittarius, so I might date another Sagittarius again. In fact, I would. After Sagittarius is Capricorn, and when I was texting my friend today, we're talking about these kind of experiences, I mentioned that the two zodiac signs that I would not date again, sun in the zodiac sign, is Libra and Capricorn, because of this. Now, I am still friendly with one of the Capricorns that I dated, but this is a true story, and I have to tell this story because I feel like Capricorns are very possessive, like very possessive, and I don't like that. I don't like to be possessed. So I dated another Capricorn who, similar story, very possessive, kind of sneaky about it, controlling. And granted, I'm no angel. I participated in that too. I didn't know if we were fully dating or not, and I was like seeing other guys too, and both of them kind of got jealous and stuff like that, and it caused a lot of drama, which I take responsibility into. I won't even lie, but I don't do well with Capricorn, so like I said, I will not. Libras and Capricorns are my ultimate no-nos. Next sign is Aquarius, and as an Aquarius myself, I felt when I did, because I have dated a few Aquarius, and I feel like when I date them, I feel like I'm dating my brother, you know? Like, we become friends, we become friendly. I've ended up kind of moving in with one of them, and it was just like family, you know? Which is so weird, because I'm like, at some point we need to kind of say that we are exclusive, even though we're acting like we are, which is very kind of trippy to me. So never say never. I don't think that I would date another Aquarius, because it feels too much like I'm dating a sibling, dating like a cousin, which feels so weird to me, because it becomes too familiar too quickly, and we end up being more like friends. So, and then there's not really romance in there, and I need some romance. So I don't think I would, but never say never. So the last one is Pisces, and actually I have dated 2 Pisces, and I don't really have that much to say, other than like, I just feel like they're very wishy-washy, and I don't do wishy-washy, because I like to know from the beginning what your intentions are, or if you have intentions, especially as I get older. You know, I do want to have kids, I do want to get married. So I just feel like this like laissez-faire kind of attitude is not for me, which I feel like a lot of Pisces are. They're like, okay, maybe today and then tomorrow not. So they're very wishy-washy. They change a lot, which I'm not interested in. I like firm. I like somebody to let me know how they feel from the get-go. I don't like to guess how somebody feels about me. You need to tell me. So I don't see myself dating a Pisces, but again, never say never. They can be very compassionate. The Pisces that I have dated have shown me ultimate compassion, kindness. They can be very forgiving, but then secretly not. It's very weird. They'll forgive you at the moment, then they'll bring it up later, which I'm not crazy about either. I like to let people know what's going on, and I like that to be given to me too. I like to let them know, hey, this is the way I feel about this. This hurt me, this upset me. How can we move forward from this? But I feel like they're very secretive. And one of my really good friends who is a Pisces, we were discussing one of the Pisces that I dated, and she was like, you know, I said to her, I felt like he was angry at me about something that I didn't do. And she was like, yeah, because he made up in his mind that you did something and he was too afraid to confront you. She was like, that's very Pisces. And I was like, yes. And I don't do well with that. I don't communicate well with that. I don't do well with that. So that's not my cup of tea. So from the 2 Pisces I've dated, I would say no. But again, never say never. So let me know which was your nightmare sign that you've dated, which was the best sign you've dated. I'm really interested in hearing this, and this is just light-hearted. It's fun. We do have other aspects of zodiacs in our chart, but I just felt like I would do this, and we'll see how this goes. I might have more videos like this coming soon.